Hello, my name is Kingsley Martin. I live in Houston, Texas. My phone number is 713-857-2744. This monologue is from the feature film Annie Hall. There's an old joke. Two elderly women are at a Catskill Mountain resort, and one of them says, "Boy, the food in this place is really terrible." The other one says, "Yeah, I know, in such small portions." Well, that's essentially how I feel about life. You know, full of loneliness and misery and suffering and unhappiness, and it's all over much too quickly. The other important joke for me is one that's usually attributed to Groucho Marx, but I think it originally appears in Freud's Wit and its relation to the unconscious. And it goes like this. I'm paraphrasing. I would never want to belong to any club that would have someone like me for a member. You know, lately the strangest things have been going through my mind because I turned 40 and I guess I'm going through a life crisis or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm not worried about aging. You know, I'm not one of those characters. You know, although I am thinning a little bit on top. I think I'm going to get better as I get older. You know, I think I'm going to be the balding virile type as opposed to the, say, distinguished gray, for instance. You know, unless I'm neither one of those. You know, unless I'm one of those guys with you know, saliva dribbling out of his mouth who wanders into a cafeteria with a shopping bag and screaming about socialism. Annie and I broke up, and I can't get my mind around that. You know, I keep sifting through pieces of the relationship through my mind and examining my life and trying to figure out where the screw up come, you know. And 3 years ago, we were happy. We were in love. And it's funny because I'm not a morose type. I'm not a depressive character, you know. You know how in art you try to make things come out perfect because, you know, real life is difficult. Interestingly, however, I did run into Annie after that. It was on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. She was living in Soho with some guy, and when I met her, she was actually, of all things, dragging him in to see The Sorrow and the Pity, which I considered a personal triumph. Annie and I, we had lunch sometime after that and just kicked around old times. After that, it got pretty late and we both had to go, but it was really good seeing Annie again. I realized how terrific a person she was and how much fun it was just knowing her. And it reminded me of that joke, an old joke. This guy goes to a psychiatrist and says, "Doc, my brother's crazy. He thinks he's a chicken." And doctor says, "Well, why don't you turn him in?" And the guy says, "I would, but I need the eggs." Well, that's pretty much how I feel about relationships now. Totally irrational and crazy and absurd. But I guess we keep going through it because most of us need the eggs.